10. Lamborghini Murcielago, Egypt. Worst car accident ever. The owner of this classy vehicle had bought his car only 6 days before this travestying incident. The car wasn't yet insured either, but the owner wanted a taste of its speed and power, so took it out for a test ride, flying it at a speed of 15 miles per hour on a highway in Egypt. It was then that a speeding truck had caused the Lamborghini to break into rubble. However, though the driver lost $350,000, he was lucky enough to survive this accident. 9. TVR 350C accident, South Africa. Worst car accident ever. On a sunny morning of 2006, the driver of this posh ride was racing against another car, Mercedes SLK, in Johannesburg, South Africa when this incident occurred. The TVR was racing at an enormous speed of 140 miles per hour when the driver lost its control and crashed into an adjoining paved embankment. The high momentum gained by the car caused it to catapult in air, flipping several times under a nearby overpass before landing into a wrecked mess. Although there were no other casualties were reported, the driver of the vehicle died on the spot. 8. Ferrari 360 Modena accident, France. Worst car accident ever. This tragic and foolhardy accident occurred in the year 2004. The driver of the vehicle had his car reach a dangerous 130 miles per hour speed on a country road in the state. It is alleged that the driver was bragging to his girlfriend and trying to impress her with the speed of his swanky ride. The wildly speeding car crashed into the power lines, bringing down with it live cables, causing the car to snap into two. Luckily, both the man and his co-passenger managed to survive this deadly crash. 7. Mercedes McLaren SLR accident, Qatar. Worst car accident ever. The worst car accident in history took place on a deserted highway in Qatar in 2008. The 22-year-old ecstatic driver of the car took his car at a flying speed of 160 miles per hour, which let him lose control of the vehicle. The car flipped in the air countless times before tearing into 3 pieces and getting scattered across the barren desert, killing the man instantaneously. 6. Grand Prix accident, South Africa. Worst car accident ever. Although each of the car accidents mentioned here are equally tragic and devastating, this one is by far the most horrifying of them all, at least in the field of sports. In the year 1977, during the South African Grand Prix, Tom Price met with a fire accident while on the racetrack. A field marshal came across the track with a fire extinguisher to combat the fire, but Price, who had lost control of the car, hit him at a massive speed of 200 miles per hour, tearing the young man's body into 2 halves. The fire extinguisher in turn hit Price's head, almost decapitating him. Both Price and the field marshal died instantaneously in this tragic accident. 5. Daytona accident. Worst car accident ever. This car crash is considered as one of the biggest car accidents in the history of motor racing. This incident has killed the driver Dale Earnhardt in 2001, who owned 7 times championship and 76 race victories. During the final lap of the race, another racer, Kenny Schrader, let his car when spinning into a wall, eventually leading to Earnhardt's death, tapped Earnhardt's car. This shocked both his fans and the NASCAR and led to the formation of a safer barrier for the future races. 4. Ferrari Enzo, Italy. Worst car accident ever. This tragic incident occurred on a cool October afternoon of 2005 in Milan, Italy. Is another example of rash driving crashes. The Enzo, driven by a 41-year-old man, was racing at a speed of 160 miles per hour, which caused the driver to lose control of the car and whirling off into a massive collision. The unbearable impact on the car has led the driver to lose his life instantly while sending the car into numerous pieces scattered on the road. The driver was reported to be driving his $1 million car recklessly the day before this accident as well. 3. Multi-car pileup accident, Germany. Worst accidents. It must be claimed as one of the biggest car accidents in history. It won't be surprising to know that the catastrophic incident took place on German Autobahn, where not only speeding is allowed but also very much encouraged. In the mid of 2009, a huge 259 number of cars collided into each other to form the biggest car crash due to the heavy rain in the region and of course the out-of-control speed of the motorcars. About 66 people were badly injured and the estimated cost to clean up the mess came up to a massive $2.5 million. 72. Mercedes-Benz SLR 300 accident, Le Mans. Worst car accidents ever. In 1955, Pierre Levesque, who was behind the wheels of his Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, lost his life in a terrible racing tournament at Le Mans. It happened when he attempted to pass his slower Pierre Austin Healey and hit the rear end of the car, throwing his Mercedes into air and crashing into the trackside embankment. The completely shattered and burning debris from the car went flying into the air, injuring over 100 shocked spectators and killing the Mesa VD2. It was such a huge episode and this accident has rendered the car racing unlawful. 1. Audi A6 Snapchat killer accident, Manchester. Worst car crashes. This most recent, July 12, 2016, worst car crash branded as the Snapchat killer accident is the best example for a reckless driving. Adil Haryoun, 19-year-old, ran his hired Audi A6 at a speed of 142 miles per hour and he ended smashing into the car of Joseph Brown-Larty, 25, another Audi. As the force was heavy, it made the victim's car split into two and it's killed him instantly. The emergency services says that it's the worst car accident they had ever seen.